Good morning. At least we hope it's a good one. So yesterday, the rain showers did not last long. I think it was very patchy, just depending on where you were. But here, we ended up with a whopping 10th. Now, a couple of the farms got a quarter inch or so, but either way, it is not keeping us out of the fields. So I'm heading back to do some more replanting. It's still morning. Dad's probably going to get a late start combine because of the humidity now and a little bit of rain we did get will make that straw pretty tough. But combines will be rolling again today. We're going to grab a little bit of dinosaur bones out of the Thunder Wagon. We're not going to get much because we're eventually going to be at the farm with the main fuel tank, so we'll just top it off there, but need to have enough fuel to get there. This used to be a very nice horse farm. Known the guy that owned it for Dad's whole life. I known him my whole life. Very good family friend. He donated his farm to a university. And I bet if he could see what it looks like now, he'd have never done that, because it was never that run down. It's like a freaking pasture field in his front yard. I know he did that because he had grand ideas of what they would do for that farm. It was supposed to be some kind of equine center, but well, when you donate stuff, you kind of lose control of what's going to happen to it. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're thinking about donating a farm to a nonprofit or something like that, just keep that in mind. Promises were made, they weren't always kept. Today is Thursday, June 26th. Monday I threw my back out and it has been killing me every day since. I haven't said much about it, but if you've seen me walking around, let's just say it's quite comical. My wife gets a chuckle out of it every time. But the fence ride great, but every little bump in this field, especially this replant, I mean, this ground did not get rolled, so it's not super smooth. You can still see all the furrows, and replanting, I'm going to cross them sometimes. I'm ready to be out of these fields. I think the weed will be better. Can you see the tile lines? So, like I said in the last video, this field was probably planted, this farm was probably planted a little too wet, but it's kind of one of those deals where it was the best opportunity we had to get it in the ground, but here we are redoing part of it. So, it is what it is. It's been a challenging year. I think one thing we probably messed up, we probably tilled it too deep and then planted it too deep. We should have shallowed everything up, but we'll make notes for next year. I think my avatar is having a stroke and I can't pick it up anymore. So I've been out there fooling with it for a little while. I hit the button to lift it up, nothing happens. I think our cylinders that have been messed up might have give up the ghost. Something's going on because I have no control over it. The bar is moving up and down without any hydraulics engaged. It's just barely bouncing though. But as far as picking it up to fold the drill up, I cannot do that anymore. Turns out you got to be smarter than your implement, and I hit a wrong button. That green box up there has to be checked, and at some point I accidentally unchecked it, and that controls the up and down. So now we're back into business, which is good because I need this drill. I don't know if this is a drown out spot or what happened here, but I think it is a drown out spot. God dang groundhog hole. So the groundhog holes really rattle the back well. Feel great. Keeps you alive. Definitely some drown out spots in this one. A little bit of water over there. So there's rain coming. I'm gonna fill up the planter. If the rain's not here, we'll go plant, and if it is here, I guess we'll wait out the rain, but we need to get seed in the tender first. So once I get to moving, my back hurts, but it's tolerable. But man, when I first got that tractor, it's freaking rough. I know everybody has back problems. but I dislike the feeling immensely. I've tweaked something before, but it's never quite affected me like this. I'm borderline ready to call a chiropractor, and I've always thought that those people were quacks. But wow, this does not feel good. It's definitely about to rain. Temperature has dropped several degrees. And the wind is picking up, so I think we probably better just fold up and put the drill in the shop and see what happens. It's 2 o'clock anyways, and I haven't had lunch. So I run back to the house, grab me a sandwich, and see what's going on. Well, a little status update. It's pouring rain. Got ponding everywhere. Probably just doomed all those beans we just replanted. So I guess we're not going to harvest any wheat today. An inch of rain yesterday, and here we are today, back at it. It's about 5 o'clock. We had to wait quite a bit, but corn's testing dry, wheat's testing fairly dry, 15%, so we're going to send it. So since we're starting so late, we're just going to finish this farm we're at, load the trucks tonight. I'm going to run the combine, and Dad is going to go do some spraying. Is the plan. Just be me over here. BJ's got some stuff he's got to get going too. To be honest, we're all pretty surprised we're able to run. I figured this week would be very wet after that rain, especially as humid as it is. Running all right?
Yeah.
So if this is your first Brian's Farming Videos adventure in a few years, our ideal combine has no steering wheel. So in the middle of this field we got some really good wheat. Along the edges of it though, under them tree lines and on this bank, not so much. Well, right here's 105, but I think the field's averaging like 80. We'll see how we get once we get to the middle of it. I get some of this down wheat. You gotta put that head down and you really slow your ground speed down. I'll tell you one thing I've always been impressed with on this combine since we've had it is how well it spreads chaff. I mean, 50-foot head, I wasn't sure how well we'd be able to spread it, but I mean, we're spreading 50 feet. It really does impress me how well this thing handles as far as spreading chaff. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but coming in here with double crops, let's say we had a 50-foot swath, but it was spread over 30 feet. At 30 feet of chaff, instead of being spread out that extra 20, it's gonna make it harder to get, you know, a good seed to soil contact there. When it spreads it out and chops it up as well as this combine does, we're able to get those beans in the ground a little bit better. That was one thing the gleaner kind of struggled with. Now, I never could get it to spread very good for 40 feet. I tried a lot of things, and I could always see, and especially in beans, a distinct line where we were spreading to one side of the machine but not the other, and we don't get that with this. Gleaner was a good combine, but spreading was not its strong suit. So there's a little bit of lodging in this field. We did have Palisade on that, which is a growth regulator to kind of prevent that, but all the lodging is overlap. So we plant 120-foot end rows. We got a 50-foot head, so our end row is right there, and there's a little bit of overlap, and that's where our wheat went down the most. Kind of expected. Well, we're 20 acres in, and we're getting a lot of showers in the area. So I don't know how long this is going to last. We're just trying to get done what we can when we can. So I've always been of the mind that if we struggle with wheat getting it in because of rain showers, it usually means we're going to have pretty decent corn, because it's usually a pretty critical time for the corn to get moisture. And I hope that's true this year, because it's definitely been a struggle. Last year we were done in 4 or 5 days. This year not so much. We still have 250 acres of wheat, I think, something like that. That would take us 3 days of good running. But when we can't start till 4:30, 5 o'clock, that kind of doesn't really bode well for getting a lot of acres done a day. This is where I miss having the grain cart, but it is what it is. So I know people are wondering, how do you like the combine with no steering wheel? I haven't drove this thing since November. Probably the last time I drove it anywhere. And it was a non-factor getting back in them. Required no, oh, I forgot how to, or I'm not smooth, I mean, nothing. If you've never driven one, I bet within 5 minutes you'll be completely confident in it. Just as confident as you were with your steering wheel. So that's my thoughts on the Ideal Drive. So far, we really like it. Dad is 75, just turned 75. Said it's something he would really struggle to go back to be a steering wheel in the combine. So we're dumping every round, not because we're full. We're doing it because it's kind of a ways to the other end of this field, and there's rain all around us. Dad just arrived. He's tarping the trucks after I dump on them. So, yeah. So we're going to get wet here pretty soon. Hopefully we can at least get this field done. I know if we'll get the farm done. We have 12 acres left on the farm and 2 fields. So doubt we'll get the whole thing done before it rains, but hopefully we can at least get the last 7 acres of this field done. Temperature's changing. Windows are fogging up. Usually means that the rain is close. Well, we're getting thunder and lightning. This is the last little strip on this end of the field. I hope we can get it and then head to the truck. The rain is right there. Whew. Yep, there it comes. Waited a couple minutes too long. Yep, she's raining. So I guess we had a lightning strike. The field right up the road, the field's on fire, but I would certainly imagine with as much rain as we're getting now, that is no longer an issue. Because it is pouring. Combine's gonna get clean. But we're definitely done harvesting for another day or two. Kinda wish it wouldn't have rained. Definitely will be able to plant double crops tomorrow, but not now. Dad's out there. He's in a side-by-side driving through there, checking it out. I doubt it burnt much because the rain hit shortly after it hit. Yep, a little bit of water. And tearing the gutter off. Now this is good for that corn and the first crop beans. I mean, they're getting a very good, much needed drink at a very hot week of the year. Now the beans that I replanted yesterday, this very well might doom some of those. I don't know. Some of them are going to pond out and some of them might not come out of the ground now. I don't know. It's pretty hard rain. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Well, folks, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Hopefully this weather will cooperate and we can finish this wheat, but this definitely just pushed us back a couple days. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.